Apparently my mic was muted for some reason. I did not actually mute it. Apparently my mic was muted for some reason. I did not actually mute it. Apparently my mic was muted. Oh. The fuck? I didn't select that. Dude, why are all my fucking devices like working against me today? Dude, why are all my fucking devices like working against me today? Like Cybernet is happening, and I'm not liking it. All my fucking devices like working against me today. Like Cybernet is happening. Alright, the volume level sounds okay so far. So without further ado, let's hop right on in, shall we? You know, I could probably edit this video later or just cut out like the first like couple of minutes of it and just jump right in. I'm going to mute the mic while this is playing. Times I see that, it still gives me chills. I must have beaten this game at least like 5 or 6 times. And like I said, man, it still gives me chills. I love this fucking game, man. Everything about it. The only thing I don't like is the draw system and the junctioning system, but yeah, I think I remember most about it. almost all about it, and I should be all right because that's what turned off a lot of people about from this game was the junctioning system and the magic system. And to be completely honest with you, like once you get past that and once you know what you're doing, like it's really not that bad, like at all. Just for the sake of the brand. Like in my opinion, when I'm playing this game, the volume really doesn't matter as much because there's like no dialogue you're gonna miss. Like the only dialogue there is like right there on the screen. So like you could literally just read everything they say. But there's sound effects that could be important. There's the soundtrack to this game, which is fucking amazing, that I don't want you people to miss. Like if this is your first time seeing somebody play through this game, I don't want you to miss out on the soundtrack that pretty much put this game on the map. But honestly, that could be said about a lot of video games that their soundtrack is really good. Like some of the best music I've heard are for video games. I mean, I guess that can make me like some kind of uncultured swine. When there's great music out there, like from artists like Beethoven and Mozart. I mean, I appreciate classical music too, but you really can't beat a good video game soundtrack. Wish I could just leave her. Bitch. Cypher's kind of a dick. And there's some settings I want to play with, so just give me a couple of minutes. I think I always had that set to once. I always play on wait. You know, some people consider that like a pussy move, but you know, what are you gonna do? I think I'm just gonna set it to memory for now because there's gonna be a lot of prep work before we get to that first cave. So we're gonna do that for now. And I think for the controller, we're gonna leave that alone for now. I guess I should start reading some of this dialogue, huh? Alright. Yeah, I'm not doing voices, so, you know, if you want any of that shit, go watch Vine Sauce. Anyway. You won't be able to take part in today's seed exam if you don't pass this prerequisite. I was gonna go this morning, but Cypher. Do you have a good excuse? Not really. Then let's get going. I don't know why I keep yawning. Like, I'm tired, but I'm not like that tired. If you're not too confident yet, you can review your studies at the study panel. I'll be waiting for you at the front gate, so come down when you're ready. You can access the study panel from your seat. Nah. I actually meant to do that, but I completely forgot. GF registered under Kurik are GF Quetzalcoatl and GF Shiva. Now, there's a little bit of a tradition. I actually test streamed this game a while ago using XSplit, and it just turned out to be a fucking disaster. I don't remember if that stream is still up or not, but I explained it then, but I'm going to explain it again. Basically, ever since I played this game for the first time, I've had a tradition that when I got this GF, I would rename him. Because that name is entirely too long and I can't fucking pronounce it. And for some reason, I cannot tell you why. I can't tell you my frame of thinking back then. But basically, I would rename this GF to Spit. Yeah, just Spit. Everybody else stays exactly the same. And of course, under the help section, there's all these tutorials. So if you need to review anything, they're always right there. So, we got our GFs. Now, in case you guys aren't familiar with what GFs are, they're basically, it's short for Guardian Force, which are the summon monsters in this version of Final Fantasy. So you got Spit, and each GF has certain abilities they can learn over time. For example, my dude Spit here can learn... every GF comes with these, their commands that you can equip for battle. And some GFs have special commands, like for example, my dude Spit can turn certain monsters into cards. And they also have other stuff too, like they can increase your magic by however many %, they can increase their magic by however many %, they can increase their own HP. And as they level up, more of these become unlocked and they can learn them over time. So, as soon as I get spit, I always try to make him learn card as soon as I can. Because once he learns card, that unlocks something else where you can refine items from cards. So we're gonna do that. And for Shiva, I think I don't remember if there's anything special I want to learn with her. Maybe strength junction, so I can junction stuff to my strength. The way that magic works, I'll explain it more once we actually get to, you know, fight. I'm gonna junction Shiva to him. Now these are your combat commands. So like I can equip whatever commands I want here. Draws magic from enemies. And you can either stock them or cast them right off the bat. When you stock them, it's pretty much how the name implies. You basically can stock up to 100 of any spell. And you can actually use stock spells and junction them to certain stats. So like if I had like 100 fires, I can junction them to my spirit, and depending on the magic and how many of them I have will increase my stats by whatever amount that amounts to. And some magics junction better with certain stats. So like for example, like if I could junction stuff to HP, and I had like 100 fire and like 100 cure, the cure would raise my HP a lot more than fire would. Whereas like if I were to junction something to speed, like time magic, like haste, would increase speed a lot more than like cure, for example. So, you know, it's something to think about. But enough of that. You know, you'll see that firsthand once I get out into the field and I start fighting. Shit. I'm late. Oomph. Wah. Are you okay? There. Tee-hee, I'm fine. Sorry, I was kind of in a hurry. Oh yeah, hey, did you just come from that class? Is homeroom over? Woo, oh no. This place is so much bigger than my last garden. Oh, hey. I just transferred here. Do you think you can give me a quick tour of the garden? Normally I would select don't have the time, but considering that this is a stream and I'm kind of like introducing the game to everybody, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Sure. Woohoo! Alright, let's go. We'll take the elevator to the first floor lobby and I'll show you the directory. Now before we go anywhere else, it's very important I talk to this guy. Oh hey, would you like to have these? My brother gave me these cards, but they're not really my thing. You can have them if you like. What? How do you play a card game? I think it'd be best to look at the card game explanation in the tutorial. I don't know much about it, really. If you want to play cards with someone, talk to them by pressing S. But keep in mind, not everyone is a card player. Oh, and by the way, I don't play, so don't bother challenging me. Received 7 cards. There's actually a mini-game you could play, where you play cards with random people. And it's actually kind of a fun distraction. And it's really interesting the way you play it. You can actually get some really decent items from playing card games, but I'll go into that later. That's the directory. Well, this is it. Valham Garden is pretty big. It's a good idea to check where you want to go and select it here. I have a question. How do you use this? Move the cursor and press X to select. Next, I'll give a quick explanation of the various facilities. Yes, sir. You'll find a dormitory to the north. A majority of the students live in the dorms. There aren't too many students who commute. Yeah, I'm in the dorms too. You could rest and change in there. West of the north block is the cafeteria. There's always a big rush for the hot dogs. You better get used to waiting in line. Got it. East of the north block is the parking lot. We usually take the garden car when a mission comes up. The front gate is located to the south. Oh, that's right. I gotta meet Instructor Trepe at the front gate. What's the matter? Nothing. Next, we have the quad, located in the west block. There's an event being planned there. I know. It's the garden festival. It's going to be great. I'm planning to be on the committee. You want to help out too? Let's just continue. South of the west block is the infirmary. This is where you get treated for your injuries, but a lot of students just come here for advice. What's the doctor's name? Dr. Katawaski, or Dr. Katawaki. I'm just going to call her Katawaski because it kind of sounds better. Now the east block. This is the training center. It's the only facility open at night. It's used for training, and they have real monsters running loose there. If you don't take it seriously, you may end up dead. Just be careful. Gulp. Okay. South of the east block is the library. There's a lot of material you can look up here, but the terminals in the classroom are a lot more efficient. And you already know about the classroom on the second floor, right? Yep, I remember that one. By the way, the headmaster's office is located on the third floor. You need permission to get in. Another question, what's the headmaster's name? Headmaster Sid. That's about it. Anything else? Got it. Hey, are you taking today's seat exam? Yeah. Maybe I'll see you again, later. I've already finished my training at the previous garden. I'm taking a seat exam today too. Good luck to the both of us, huh? Thanks a lot. And now we have control. Now, while this thing here is actually very handy, there's only like 3 points in the game where you can actually use it. So I try not to get used to having that because it's more of a luxury that you don't really get to utilize all that much. Oh yeah, this was my last time I streamed. I was testing the stream. This was my last file, so I'm just going to overwrite over that. Alright, now here's the first part of the whole card debacle I was talking about before. Our first target's going to be this asshole that's running around. Not that asshole that's walking around, this asshole that's running around. He should be coming through soon. Any minute now. And I actually saved because I wanted to be able to reload in case I fuck up and lose the game. Actually, you know what? Let me just do this real quick. Because this kind of resets everything, I think. And it's not resetting anything. Alright, let's go off screen and come back. Because this guy that's running around actually has a rare card. Want to play card game? Yes. Yes, I do. Now, with the cards that you start off with, they're really not all that good, so it's more luck. Than anything. Okay, he doesn't have the rare card that I'm looking for. But we'll see if we can get lucky and manage to win this game. Really not confident in my chances, though. Shit, no matter what I put down, I'm going to lose. Or I can draw. Hey, get back here. I'm not done with you yet. Alright, Geezard is actually not that bad. I should probably use him this time. Another strategy to use is to just go on the offensive, like right off the bat. But sometimes he really doesn't leave you a window of opportunity to do so. Shit. Another draw. You little motherfucker. I think these girls actually have another rare card. Oh, Gurik, instruct their trepid. You little motherfucker. You wait until I'm talking to somebody and you run by. Okay, maybe these girls don't play. And there's actually cards you can get from that are actually the party members or the characters that you have in your party. Like there's a, in this case, a Gurik card. There's a Quistis card. So there are other rare cards you can get too that are not just monsters. And like I said, this little motherfucker waits until I'm friggin' talking to somebody and then he runs by. You little bastard. Oh, there's the mod card. Shit. That's one thing I don't like about that mod card is that he has 2 9s on it. And that's way higher than anything I got. So I just gotta get really lucky. Yeah, that's what I figured. Nope, there's Moggy. Oh, why am I always fucking first? Because at least when I'm second, I have a chance to friggin' counter. Oh, lost this one. You little motherfucker, get back here. You son of a bitch. And when you select a card, like on the field, white means that it's a card that you already have. Blue is a card that you've never collected before. And if you mouse over something and it's yellow, that means that you had it at one point, but you lost it. Either you lost it or you refined it to another item. which is actually a very useful ability to have in this game. Okay, I know what to do. Come here. Oh, there's Mog again. Oh, god damn it. Why am I always fucking first whenever he has Mog? No, of course you will put them there. Always first. And that's another card that I lost. I guess I can't reset like this. Yeah, I thought there was a way to reset. Jesus Christ, someone's blowing up my fucking phone. Another video on how to do girls' hairs. Or do girls' hair. Yeah, I think I'm gonna not play cards for a while because I only have enough to actually play. So if you're as bad as I am and you have less than 5 cards, then you can't challenge anybody anymore. Let's see if this guy will be any easier. Like I said, I just have enough to make a full hand. And I'm pretty sure this guy's gonna wipe the fucking floor with me. Because my cards are just fucking awful. like I can either draw or I lose. I don't remember cards being this fucking hard right at the start of the game. Like, I remember being able to just, you know, beat them at least once or twice. But no, pretty much everybody I've played so far either ends in a draw or I just lose. Anyway, this is the next thing I wanted to talk about. There are draw points throughout the world that you can get magic from. And that's another way you can get magic too. And now she's going to explain how to junction GF and blah blah blah. Pretty much all the shit I just went over. Thankfully you can skip these. This remastered music is freaking, it's making me angry. Not gonna lie, it's kind of pissing me off a little bit. So anyway, let's junction her with something. Now under the magic menu, you can actually either exchange magic or just give magic to different party members. Like, since she's going to be our caster, I just gave her all of our cure spells. You can also rearrange them. You can also give all your magic to a specific character or take all of a character's magic. So let's save here with my 5 fucking cards because I'm awful. Alright. Now, one of the things I like to do before I go to Fire Cavern is I like to draw as much magic as I can. Pull it just as you strike, same for Rezakuken. Okay, so Squall actually has a special mechanic to his attacks. You can pretty much get 100% crit rate with Squall. Basically, his weapon is the Gunblade. It's pretty much as you would expect. It's a gun and a sword combined. It has a firing mechanism that if you hit the trigger button right when you're about to hit your enemy, it's an automatic crit. I don't know if it's a crit or if it just does more damage than a regular attack. But I've always been going on the assumption that it's an automatic crit. His limit break also utilizes the trigger, but we'll go into that a little later. In order to use limit breaks, you actually have to be really low on health. When you're at a certain percentage of your maximum health, like where you're near death, your health bar or your health number is yellow, signifying that you're on the brink of death. And that's when you can use your limit breaks. Although later on you can actually have access to a spell called Aura, which enables your limit breaks regardless as to what your health is at. Like that attack that Squall just did was when I pulled the trigger at the right time, and this is just a regular attack. Now for the fun part, we get to draw magic. Now see, you'll notice that the magic are question marks, which signifies that it's a magic that you have never drawn yet, so it's unidentified. But once you draw it and you either cast it or stock it, then it becomes identified. So when you have to draw it again from a different enemy, you'll know what it is before even drawing it. And we're gonna do this until we have 100 of whatever this bug thing has on him. And this normally takes forever because depending on your magic skill, I think, is how much you'll draw each draw. The lowest number you can draw is 1, and the highest number you can draw is 9. So if you have a really high magic stat, you can get all of their magic in like, I think 10 turns or 11 turns. The only time you can draw over 9 of a magic at one shot is when you're going at when you're drawing it from a draw point. So in combat, the most you can get is 9. So if you draw 10 times and you get 9 each time, then that's 90 magic. So you would have to draw, I want to say about 12 times in order to max out that spell. But if you draw less than that, then it's a lot more times you got to draw. Thankfully though, there's the memory cursor, which I enabled before. And literally all I'm doing is just holding X until I get all of their magic, and then I'm going to switch over to whatever else they have. Speaking of which, since I'm sitting here doing nothing, let me check the audio levels. Make sure that nothing is too loud or too not loud. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay, that's the game is a little louder than me. So let's pause that and address it. Ugh. Because as much as I want you guys to enjoy the soundtrack and the sounds and whatnot that come from this game, I also want you guys to be able to hear me. So alright, let's see if that's any better. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay, that sounds a lot better. So I can just turn that off. I didn't even bother to look at the frames either. I guess I'll do that right now. And just turn that down so we don't get a feedback loop. Alright, frames look good. Alright, so we got no more space for that. So now I can start stocking his other magic, which is Scan. Which is incredibly useful, by the way. Now, junctioning magic is kind of like a double-edged sword. Basically meaning unless, like, if you want your stats to stay at their optimal level, you absolutely cannot use that magic. So like, let's say my strength is at 100 because I junctioned fire to it. And if I use fire once, which will put me down to 99 fires, then my strength will go down to like 99. And if I use it like 10 or 15 times, then my strength is going to get reduced. So that's why if you junction magic, unless you absolutely have to, you know, it's generally a good idea to not use it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm sure you guys came to the stream to listen to me burp and be gross. Actually, let me try something. Oh, cool. You can speed it up. I should just do this just for the drawing. Because I actually discovered this on accident because my F1 to F4 keys are tied to my different scenes. So like if I wanted to hit the BRB screen, I would just hit F2. And if I wanted to go to game capture, I would hit F1, but apparently F1 turns on the high speed mode. Alright, now Quistis is completely full on scan, so I just gotta get Squall back, or I just gotta get Squall to fill up on scan. And then I can murk this dude. Alright, cool. Now I can kill this dude. There we go. Alright, so let's save, because I don't want to do that again. Since there's only one stat we could junction magic to, I'm just going to do that. Like, you see how fire only makes it go up by 9, and scan makes it go up by 10? And I have 100 of both. And that's what I mentioned before, that certain magic junctions to certain stats a lot better than others. Like fire junctions a lot better to magic than scan does. Now let's go into the forest, because there's actually a mob in here that I want to draw from. There he is. Although he hits a lot harder than that fly did, so... And he's got thunders. You know, because since this is the PC version, it has cheats built in, and this high speed is actually one of them. So, you know, this is technically a cheat, but it really doesn't give me the edge. It just makes what I'm doing faster. Like, everything in the game is still happening at normal speed, but from our perspective, it's faster, if that makes any sense at all. Ooh, she stopped that quick. Now see, her health is low enough for her to use her limit break, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is use his magic to heal us. Her especially, because she's in the yellow, so she needs it more than I do. So I'm just going to use this magic to top us off a little bit, and then I'll try using Cure, or I'll try stocking Cure. There we go, now we're topped off for the most part. But yeah, it's really important to stock Cure as soon as you can. Because right now, other than Cure spells, our only other means of healing is through like potions. And at the moment we have a finite number of them, so it's really important we have other means to heal. Alright, let's not die. That'd be great. And while Kurik is still stocking spells, I'm just going to use her to play Pocket Healer. Since her magic stat is a lot higher than mine, she can stock a lot more magic per draw than I can. And you could also skip to other people's turns. Which is incredibly handy. Okay, so we're full. Shit, didn't hit the trigger. There we go. There we go. Oh, we got an item. The way Quistis's limit breaks work is that there are certain items in the game that can teach her blue magic. So, for example, this item can teach her Ultra Waves, which is another one of her limit breaks. And she can get pretty friggin' strong, actually. She could be a really decent support character, and she could also be an amazing damage dealer, depending on what limit breaks you're lucky enough to find. So, let's take a look at Thunder. Let's see if that raises that up any better. No, it's about the same. What about Squall? Cure actually raises Spirit to 20, so that's going to be useful. Basically, the stats have different effects on your characters. So let's see. HP is obvious. You know, that's your maximum health. Strength affects your physical damage. Vitality is your physical defense. Magic, again, self-explanatory. It affects your magic damage. And Spirit increases your magic damage. Or magic defense, I should say. Not magic damage. Magic defense. So, you know, pretty simple stuff. And why I said this would be useful is because the test that we're supposed to take in the Fire Cavern, the test is actually a GF that we have to take down. And he does a lot of magic damage, so this actually makes Squall a little tanky. So that's good. That's what we want. So let's save again, because, you know, same thing. We don't want to do all that again. Let's take a look at our GFs. That's going to take a while. That's going to take a while. There's actually an enemy on the beach that offers more AP. So we're going to grind down here for a little bit. These guys actually hit kind of hard. I don't think we're actually supposed to fight these guys yet. So, you know, when they're in the ground, they don't hit for that much. Yay, more drawing. Oh, he has Blizzard. Oh, they don't even hit for that much when they're above ground either. Okay, so these were not the guys I was thinking of. I forget what else these guys have in terms of magic. I can't remember. Thank God for this fast forward button. That's all I gotta say. Because this would be fucking boring. Sleep. Okay, so that's what this dude has. Alright, these guys are getting kind of low health, so I should probably start healing them. Alright, nice heal, nice heal. Alright, so she can't stock anything else. Alright, so I got everything I need. So that means we can kill these guys now. These guys have a lot of health. Ooh, nice. Which I want to see something. I wasn't paying attention to how much AP those things gave. Okay, so we'll grind these guys for a little bit. With Quist's Rock and Fire, it shouldn't be that bad. Just trying to get him out of the ground so I can hit him with lightning. Because apparently he only takes half damage while he's in the ground. And you can use magic while in the menus too. And you can also rearrange them. You can either rearrange them manually by, you know, doing that, or you can arrange it by different orders. Like you could do like attack, magic, followed by indirect, followed by restore, or you could do restore, attack, indirect. And I think indirect count as like buffs and debuffs. So like protection, shield, poison, you know, stuff like that. And before we head to the fire cavern, we'll go back and restock on thunders and cures. So we'll have those when we need them. But like I said, we'll grind out here for a little bit and then we'll start making our way there. But yeah, I'm noticing very, very minimal dropped frames. Although when I was streaming Skyrim, I didn't have dropped frames, so makes me wonder what the hell's going on that I'm dropping frames with this game and not with Skyrim. There we go, now that's some damage. We'll let Kirk finish that guy off. Yeah, sometimes it takes one hit to make them come up, sometimes it takes like 2 or 3. They're very temperamental like that. And there's actually a way because that's actually part of the reason why I'm grinding a little bit. But there's actually a way you can get Kurik's ultimate weapon like way earlier in the game than you should. So that's actually part of the reason why I am grinding a little bit. It's getting very loud all of a sudden. Oh yeah, and another fun fact, the creatures in this game actually level with your party. So whatever the average level of your party is how strong the enemies are going to be. So like I'm sure you notice that these guys are hitting for like double the damage they were hitting for before. That's why, because our average party level went up a little bit. So these guys leveled up with us. So it's actually possible to take a low-level party all the way through the end of the game, because all of the monsters and bosses and shit level with you. I guess it was kind of Square Enix's attempt to make Final Fantasy not so grindy. I think they did a really good job of that with 7. Because until endgame shit, like I didn't have to grind at all. I mean, yeah, it made some fights easier, but I didn't have to do it, you know? Let's save just in case. Another lovely habit I developed from playing Bethesda games. But no, I remember the first Final Fantasy. I've actually heard horror stories about the friggin' grinding you had to do in that game. I think I have one friend that's actually played the original Final Fantasy. You know, I'll try to make this a little easier on us. Because I was thinking I could put one of them to sleep, so that way I don't have 2 of them wailing on us, I just have the one. But it's just not landing, so I don't think I'm going to get that lucky. There we go. She kind of looks like Phoebe from Friends. Oh, whoops, I wasn't paying attention. I saw boobs, so that kind of distracted me. There we go. Finally learned card. That's going to help us out. Now we got to learn this. This is the big one right here. This is what we got to learn like as soon as possible. Shiva's really close to learning Strength Junction. So we're going to save right here. I'm going to grind a little bit more just until I learn Strength Junction, and then we're going to go to Fire Cavern. So that's going to be 2 more battles, and we'll go. Oh shit, they struck first. Ow. Ow. Yeah, I think I'll have Kurik work on getting these guys out of the ground, and I'll just have her burn them down. Man, this thing just does not want to come out of the ground, does it? He's probably like, I saw what you did to my friends. I'm not coming out. But yeah, considering we need 80 AP in order to learn that card mod ability, I'm just going to let that go up on its own. Like, I'm not going to grind here for that. Like, as long as that's on the track, and I unlocked it in order to learn it, then I'll just let it go up on its own. Because it's not until a little later that we'll be able to utilize that in a way that we want. Little motherfuckers. These guys just do not want to come out of the freaking ground. Fuck it, I guess Quistis will help. And then she'll zap him the next turn. There we go. There. So I'll put fire there. That'll put his strength way up. So his stats are looking pretty good. Oh, sleep actually needs to go up a little bit more too. So that's cool. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give Quistis my cures and my thunders. And I'm going to equip, actually first, I'm going to do that. Because elemental attack junction is amazing, especially if you get like the right thing, like the right element. So like if you're going up against like a fire monster or whatever, or you're going to a place where there's a lot of fire monsters that spawn, and you junction blizzard to your weapon, then you'll be doing a lot of damage to them, which is fantastic. So that's why I should learn that as soon as possible. Or what I really should do is learn vitality up and then elemental attack up. Because at the moment everything's so easy that I really don't need to utilize that just yet. So let's save really quick. And then we'll start making our way to the fire cavern. Fuck. I hate random battle encounters. Ooh, my boy Kurg friggin' fucking shit up. But then again, it was a back attack, so I actually do double damage from behind. But he's still hitting like a fucking truck, so I want to put card on her. Actually, you know what? I want to put draw and card. What card does, if an enemy is weak enough, you can actually turn them into cards. Like these guys, I'm not gonna bother turning them into cards. Because I think I still have that card. Or that monster as a card. But something you gotta watch out for too is if you turn a monster into a card, they won't drop items. So like if you're going up against something that drops really good items, then it might not be worth turning them into cards. I just want to take out those bugs first. Better yet, card is also good if you want to take a monster out right away. Let's get Kurg up a little bit. And sometimes the cures vary. Like sometimes it'll heal you for like a decent amount, other times it'll heal you for like 20. Like sometimes it'll heal you for like a fraction of what it should be healing you for. So the variation is kind of out there. Alright, so we got what we needed, so we can take this dude down. And meanwhile, we'll try to turn him into a card. There we go. And there's actually a bunch of monsters in the fire cavern that we can turn into cards too. God damn these friggin' random encounters. Like we just got out of a battle. That's alright, it's something easy, so we're not gonna lose too much time here. And besides, random encounters is where you get a bulk of your XP and AP. Bosses just give you AP, but random encounters give you both experience and AP. So let's save here. Because once we go in, we can't come back out. I like how she's teaching me how to do it now. Even though we were doing this whole time. Yeah, Quistis, you're literally telling me shit that I already know. Calm the fuck down. You can actually choose how much time you want to spend in there. I don't know if it affects anything in the future if you select the lower time. So I'm gonna do 30 because I'm still a little rusty and there's a bunch of enemies in there I want to draw from and turn into cards, so I'm gonna give myself a little time to do that. Job is to support you in battle. Everything else is up to you. Fine. You know, the boys often choke on this test when I come with them. I guess my charm makes them nervous. Whatever. I'm just kidding. Trying to keep you relaxed, that's all. There's actually another path that branches off, so I'm going to see what that's all about. Oh no, there isn't. I thought there was. Well, whatever. We're here to grind anyway, a little bit. And to draw from new monsters. Alright, so he has everything we already need. I think you have to weaken them in order to turn them into cards, but I'm just going to check anyway. Yeah, you got to beat him up a little bit. Oh. Okay then. Wow, that was worth 0 experience, really? Really? You little son of a bitch? Is this a fucking game to you? No, I'm just kidding. I love watching Sean play Survivor matches. Because he actually has fun with it. Oh wow, there's a lot of shit to absorb here. Bomb, an elemental monster. Use an ice attack for these. Check the monster's weakness with scan. Ooh, that kind of hurt. Dude, those things are so fucking weak. Literally one goddamn shot is enough to friggin' do them in. Alright, he just has fire and he has scan. A monster powered by fire. Usually calm, but still a dangerous monster that becomes gigantic or explodes when attacked. Alright, so I think one hit from Squall should put him low enough for me to use card on him. There we go. Oh, those things are so weak. Although sometimes a monster's card will drop just by using card on them during battle, but it's not a common occurrence. Alright, we got more fires than we know what to do with, so we can't draw from that. Although sometimes, if you use card on a certain monster, it'll turn into another card. Like there's, like for example, if we use card on this monster, I think it's certain monsters though, but if we use a card on like this monster, it'll give us like another monster's card, like a boss monster. But like I said, it's with certain monsters where you can have a chance of getting something different. And even a non-crit is enough to kill these things. I'm pretty sure a light breeze would be enough to kill this fucking thing. Holy shit. Those things are extremely weak to ice. Like, different monsters have varying degrees. Like, some of them are very weak to an element. Some of them are, like, a little bit weak. But those things apparently are extremely weak to ice. Alright, this is Ifrit. So we're going to change our abilities here. Alright, so he has his GF equipped. We can't turn him into a card, so we're going to do this. Alright, fantastic. I guess I was right. You and Cypher are in a class of your own. You both have amazing strength and potential. Okay, this is it. Are you ready? You seem confident enough. Our first boss fight. Let's get a beat as to how much health this dude has. Fire GF uses fire magic. It's a strong opponent, but as it is part of Garden's exam, not impossible to defeat. Okay, so he has 1,000 health, weak against ice, obviously, absorbs fire, again, obviously. Now, with the way GFs work, GFs have HP, and as you can see over Squall, you have Shiva pretty much vulnerable to attack, and their HP is listed next to a timer. Depending on your compatibility with the GF, the timer will go down either faster or slower. There are items that actually increase your compatibility with certain GFs. So I only have a limited amount of time, or I have a little bit of a wait before I can cast Shiva. But if your enemy can do enough damage to you to kill the GF, then you can't use it for the rest of the battle, or during any battle until you resurrect it. You could actually resurrect GFs either using items or a cabin, which is basically the same thing as a tent, except it works on the GFs too. So for example, she has 442 health, and if he were to hit me for somehow if he were to hit me for like 450 damage, like it would kill her, and I won't be able to use her for the battle, or any battle, until I can resurrect her. Unfortunately, a spirit is really high, so it's not going to do as much damage. They have Shiva? Fun fact, there are people that have played through this that would name Shiva like just weird names just to make that one line hilarious. So like if you name Shiva like Herpes and you use her against Ifrit, he'll scream out, "They have herpes?" Just stupid shit like that. Like I don't know, that just makes me happy. I just needed to pause just to tell you guys that. Anyway. And you can actually summon GFs as many times as you want, so long as they don't get KO'd. Alright, physical attacks are going to be my best friend here. Namely, Kurik, because his strength is actually kind of decent for this level. Not bad for a human. Impudent humans! Ow. That actually would have hurt if I didn't have Shiva up. for me to lose to a human. Very well, I shall join you. I know I said I wasn't going to do voices, but it felt appropriate, especially with the Frit. G Returner, that's the item that I was thinking of. G Returners revive GFs from KO. It's basically the Phoenix down for GFs. And he Frit's card. That's going to help out. And we got 20 AP. You can get GFs a bunch of ways. There isn't much time, but let me go over this real quick. Good, you got yourself a GF. If you junction that GF, you'll be able to use the Elemental Junction ability. Here's an explanation of elements. I know what I'm doing, leave me alone! There's a lot of fire elemental monsters here, so junction Blizzard to your elemental attack. You'll have an easier time with fire elemental enemies. I was literally just saying this before we even got to the fucking cave. So I'm probably going to put that on Kurik. I think Ifrit actually has strength junctions, so I didn't really need to learn it from Shiva, but it actually made that fight a lot easier. Like, see, you can actually junction an element to attack and defense. 100 Blizzard gives my attack a 50% boost, or it makes me deal 50% frost damage. But like Blizzaga, which is a step up from Blizzard, would give me 100%. And I think, no wait, Blizzara is a step up from Blizzard, and then Blizzaga is a step up from Blizzara. It'll make more sense when we play through. And over here you can junction elemental, or actually you can junction status effects to your attacks and defense. So if I were to junction sleep to my weapon, then I have a percentage of a chance to put my enemy to sleep when I attack. And I think that depends on how many of that magic you have stacked or stocked. So for example, I have 100 sleeps stocked. So if I were to junction that to my weapon, I have a 100% chance to put my enemy to sleep. But it also depends on their resistances to those statuses too. Okay, that's just reminding me that I have Dr. Bernstein on Friday. Ugh. Alright, so enough of that. Let's get the fuck out of here. Once you beat a Frit, the timer goes away, so it's not too bad. I mean, there are some people that just have really good luck, or just that good to where they can clear this place in like 10 minutes, but it's like really hard. I think I've done it once, but like I said, it takes a lot of prep work and a lot of really good RNG. Like a Frit is sitting at 1,000 health, so you know, if you literally just pummel him the second you get to him, then you might be able to do it. Like, just beat the ever-living shit out of him. That's some sexy damage. There you go, Quistis. Hey, don't get all high and mighty on me. I softened them up for you. You bitch. Quistis is a little annoying, but I'll keep her, I guess. Oh god, let's see how much damage I do now. Half! Almost 600 damage. That's why I like back attacks, because if you act fast enough, you could do crazy friggin' damage. Holy shit! Let me the fuck out! Nah, these guys are easy. I'm just... It's just like, you know, like 2 steps and I get into another battle. Yet there are times where I can get like 10 steps and I don't get into a single battle. That's why I hate random encounters, because it's just, you know, random. But, you son of a bitch! The only thing I don't like about using elemental junctions is if I forget I have it on and I go to fight something that absorbs that element, then I either have to throw the fight or run away. And then unjunction it. So that, you know... Oh yeah, let me take a look at a Frit. Let me see if there's anything worth learning on him. I should learn HP Junction first thing. Or Strength 20%. Alright, HP Junction first and then Strength. I'm not going to save again. And we're back. Well done. Let's see. I thought there was something else I needed to go over with you before you take the seat exam. Oh yes, taking care of your GF. This is something you have to watch out for. A GF will level up as it gains experience. Oh, okay, I think this teaches you how to learn specific abilities. Now change into your uniform and assemble at the first floor lobby. Meet in the first floor lobby after you change. Okay, so I think this is the actual seat exam that I'm going to do. And draw points replenish after a certain amount of time. So, that's something else to keep in mind too. I think I'll just... And then he just stops talking. I guess I can try again getting that Mog. Motherfucker. Oh, I can go in this way. Derp. I've been here since the garden was established. Hey, asshole. I want a rematch. You motherfucker. You cum bubble. Get over here. Want to play a card game? Yes. Revenge. Bombs are actually decent. That's kind of why I wanted to stock up on them. Alright, there's Mog. Shit. This is why we save, kids. Yeah, fuck that. Motherfucker. But no, I think that's a good place to stop it anyway. Because we're coming up on 2 hours, and this was supposed to be a test stream, and I ended up getting into it. Alrighty. Thanks for joining me. I think I'll work this into my rotation, so, keep an eye out for that. Thanks for joining me. Whoever happened to pop in and not say hi. I'll make this public once it uploads to YouTube, and I'll probably rename it to Final Fantasy VIII Playthrough Part 1. So, yeah, just keep an eye out for it, so that way you'll find it when it becomes public. All right, catch you later.